Today I'll be reviewing cases for the brand new Samsung Galaxy S26 series. I have cases from Benks, another from Benks, Tongate, Nillkin, Ringke, 2 from Poetic, and 2 from Supcase. I'll also be having several free case giveaways to those who subscribe and comment. More details at the end of this video. Now, these are the best cases I could get my hands on at the time of the launch for the S26 series. Once more great cases become available, I will have a part 2 very soon. Now, all of these specific cases are for the S26 Ultra, but you can get them for any of the phones in the S26 lineup. I'm going to try each one of these cases on right in front of you, and by the end of the video, I'm going to choose one for myself. And hopefully I can help you decide which one's right for you. Okay, enough of the intro, let's do this. We're going to start off with a couple of cases from Benks, because I have one on my Z Fold 7 and love it. This is the Benks ArmorAir series. What I love about these cases is how minimalistic they are. They're made with a very nice Kevlar material and they feel really great in the hand. I'm all about hand feel, and since I've reviewed hundreds of cases, I suspect that this is gonna win in the hand feel department for me. It has a nice grip. It's not extra grippy, but it's not slippery either. They have very thin bezels along the edges, but they're raised in the corners. Now the camera lens is where it gets hardcore. The Benks cases always have this nice metal array protecting the lenses. The Air series also has open cutouts so you're pressing the buttons directly, again something I personally like, and wide cutouts on the bottom for the ports and the S Pen. They come in various different designs, but I really like this particular one, and I have the matching pop grip stand for it. Not bad. Let's do a quick MagSafe test. Nice and strong. Drop test. Where'd it go? All right, everything looks good. $39.99 at the time of this video. This is the Benks ArmorPro case, the Montage version. Now, just like the Air, this phone has a really great hand feel. It adds a little more thickness than the Air, but it's still very thin. It feels so good in the hand. This is a little more hardcore than the Air. It's made from a 600D and a 1500D Kevlar fiber, so it's more protective. The bezels around the screen also come up nice and high, offering full protection. The protection around the lenses is the same. It's very hardcore. One of my favorite things about these cases. This case does have its own buttons on the side, and they press pretty nicely. I personally prefer exposed buttons, but these are great. They don't take away from the experience. The cutouts for the ports and the S Pen are a little bit smaller on this one. Let's test out MagSafe. All right, nice and strong. Drop test. Hopefully my license plate doesn't fall again. All right, excellent, still good, no damage. Yeah, another great case from Benks. $44.99 at the time of this video. Next up, we have a case from Tongate. How cool is that? I love the color scheme, the black with the red highlights. This is a very protective case. Shock absorption, 10-foot drop protection. It also comes with a privacy screen protector. Although I don't do screen protectors, so I'm not testing that out. You know, I wasn't expecting to like the hand feel, but it's actually not bad, especially for a very protective case like this one. So this is a fairly grippy case, but not because of the material, just because of the grooves and where they're positioned. It's not slippery either. The bezels around the screen come up nice and high. They look very protective. And to protect the camera lens, there's a complete cover, which just pulls right open like this. Hi, lenses. There's also a nice soft material on the inside, and it snaps closed. The buttons are fully protected, and they're pretty easy to press too. Nice wide cutout for the USB, S Pen, and of course this one comes with a magnetic ring stand. It's very sturdy, it doesn't rotate. Let's test it out in portrait. Very sturdy, doesn't wobble. Pretty good in landscape, but I like the ones that rotate a little so you can fine tune it. Okay, MagSafe test. Ooh, that's very strong. Has very strong magnets on this one. Drop test. Oh, it hit my desk. All right, excellent. So yeah, this case is great. I actually think it's really cool looking. Those colors are so 80s, like Knight Rider, I don't know. And it actually has a really good hand feel for such an ultra protective case. I really like this one. $26.99 at the time of this video. The next case is by Ringke. Ringke? Sorry. This is the Alice case. Do you guys have names that are easier to pronounce? This case has a dual layer TPU and polycarbonate design. Very protective case. Let's start with the hand feel. This is actually extremely grippy. It kind of messes with the overall hand feel a little bit, but you're getting extra grippiness. Some cases are grippy because of the grooves, but this is grippy because of the material, and I like that better if you're somebody afraid of dropping your device because it'll slip out of your hands. This one likely won't. It's really grippy in all the right places. As for protection, the bezels come up nice and high, really great for the screen. And as for the lenses, this particular case has cutouts for each lens. And I think that's the only case I'm reviewing today that has that. Now these buttons are completely covered. I'm not a huge fan of them. I feel like it makes it harder to find the buttons, and they're not quite as easy to press. I don't know if it's a deal breaker, but it wouldn't be my first choice. The cutouts are nice and wide for the USB-C and the S Pen, and this does have a magnetic ring stand. I love these. Now this one completely rotates 360 degrees all the way around. Props up nice in portrait, no wobbling, and in landscape. Because the ring rotates, you can also get different angles in landscape, which I really like. Okay, let's test out MagSafe. Pretty strong, although the ring's coming out. Drop test? Hey, it didn't hit anything this time. All right, everything looks good. So yeah, overall I like this case. Amazing grippiness, cool individual lens cutouts, awesome ring stand, okay buttons. $48.99 at the time of this video. This is the Nillkin Iceblade prop case. Very interesting design. This one's clear with a green tint and green highlights. This is made with a TPU and bio-based materials, whatever that means. I did pull off a couple of pieces of plastic when I opened this up, by the way, so. But it's nice that you're thinking of the environment. It feels pretty good in the hand too. Nice and grippy, there's some grips along the side. They also have some grippy protrusions all along the back. As far as the protection goes, the bezels come up only slightly, but then they're raised on the corners. And the camera is completely protected by a camera cover, which is clear, so I suppose you could take pictures through it as well. And the lens cover can act as a kickstand. Really great in landscape because you could fine-tune the position. The buttons are okay, they're fairly easy to press. Though the power button feels a little stiffer than the volume buttons. Nice cutouts on the bottom for the USB-C and the S Pen. This does have a MagSafe ring, so let's test that out. All right, pretty good. Drop test? Ow, that one hurt. But no, everything's still perfect. So overall, this is a pretty good case. It feels great in the hand. It has nice grips. You can still see your phone. And it has a camera lens cover. And they're thinking of the environment. Pretty good. $35-40 at the time of this video. Next up, we have a couple of cases from Poetic, the Spartan and the Revolution. All right, this is the Poetic Spartan case. This is a very protective case with 15-foot military-grade drop protection. Comes with a free screen protector. I don't use those, so I'm not testing them out. I hate screen protectors, but you may not. Looks very solid, very protective, but it actually feels pretty good in the hand. It's not gonna compare to a minimalistic case, but for an ultra protective case, it feels pretty good. I'm all about hand feel, and I'm liking it. This is also a very grippy case. Wow, I have a lot of grippy cases in this video. You can see there's that grippy material all along the sides. I really like that. It's not part of my personal criteria, but I know a lot of people are concerned with slippery devices, and this is not. Really great all-around protection. The bezels come up nice and high around the screen. Same with the camera lenses. Nice protection over the buttons, and they function great. These buttons press really nicely. Deep cutouts for the USB-C. S Pen is easy enough to access. This does have a 360-degree ring that spins. These are my favorite kind. Perfect in portrait, no wobbling. Excellent in landscape too. And because you could spin the ring all the way around, you could fine-tune the adjustments while viewing in landscape. Great ring. Let's try it out with MagSafe. Oh, that is extra magnetic. MagSafe works so well with these magnetic rings, I really love it. It doesn't want to come off. Drop test? Ooh, that was hard. Excellent, everything's still good. This is a great case, I can't think of any negatives. At the time of this video, $28.95, what? Actually, I'm remembering Poetic always has amazing prices for their cases. That's a steal. And if you want even more protection, this is the Poetic Revolution. This one also comes with a screen protector. You know how I feel about those. But this one has crazy protection. 20 feet military grade drop protection. And as you can see, everything is completely covered on the back. Now as far as hand feel, this definitely is a little more bulky. It's hard to have a case this protective and have the nice hand feel of a slim minimalistic phone. But there's a lot of people out there who really want to protect their precious, expensive devices, and I don't blame them. This one's quite grippy, but it's more so because of the shape and these protrusions that are coming out everywhere. The material itself doesn't feel grippy, but I doubt this is slipping out of your hands, and if it does, 20 feet military grade drop protection. The bezels come up higher than any case I've reviewed in this video so far. Very good screen protection. And obviously the lenses are completely covered. It slides open nice and easily and locks into position. Hi lenses. And it also snaps closed as well, so it's not just gonna open by accident. Just like the Spartan, the buttons press very nicely. I'm happy with that. The USB-C is actually covered in this one, you have to open it. And there's a very deep cutout for the S Pen. This one also has a kickstand which pops out like this. Pretty good in portrait, a little wobbly, but fine. And in landscape, it's pretty much locked in the one position, but it's actually not a bad position to be locked in. All right, let's test out that. Oh, there is no MagSafe. All right, no MagSafe. Drop test. Ooh, that hit my chair also. I mean, obviously this thing's still good, right? Come on. This case is a beast. If you want a really solid ultra protective case that covers the lenses, has a kickstand, no MagSafe, it's still pretty good. The hand feel's not that great, but you know, people that get a case like this aren't concerned about the hand feel in my experience. And again, Poetic, $25.95 at the time of this video. I mean, for this price, wow. I mean, you're getting a lot. Next, we have a couple of cases from Supcase. Supcase! We have the Unicorn Beetle grip, I love that name, and the Ultra Mag Pro, which is a hardcore. Let's start with the Unicorn Beetle grip. This case is really cool looking, I love the design, it's very protective, and it has 15-foot military grade drop protection. I mean, for an ultra protective case, it has pretty good hand feel. It's not gonna be like a Benks or a Poetic, but those aren't as hardcore as this case. Amazing grips though. This is the grippiest video I've ever created. It has this grippy material all along both sides, and it also has grooves as well. Extremely grippy. As far as the protection goes around the screen, the bezels come up nice and high, and then they even raise higher on the sides. Very nice screen protection. Also very nice lens protection. There's even a little cutout at the bottom, so when you're using a MagSafe accessory, it doesn't interfere. Now this has its own buttons, and they're fantastic. These buttons press so easily, it might even be better than pressing the phone button. Nice deep cutouts for the USB-C and the S Pen. Let's get to the ring stand, because I love these things. This one's very sturdy, it doesn't spin though. Great in portrait, very nice in landscape, although you can't fine tune it because it doesn't spin. I expect the magnets to be super strong. Yeah, they really are. Drop test? I feel confident. Perfect. So yeah, this is a really solid case. Excellent screen protection, excellent lens protection. It has the ring, extremely grippy, amazing buttons, and ultra protective. I really like this one. Now, if you like the Supcase Unicorn Beetle, but you want even more protection, this Ultra Mag Pro is ridiculous. This is like heavy duty protection, plus it has 20 feet military grade drop protection. You also have a choice of built-in screen protector or no screen protector. As far as the hand feel goes, it's definitely a bit bulky since this is the bulkiest case I've tried, but it's actually not bad for an extra bulky case. It doesn't feel that bad. Like most of the cases in this video, it's extra grippy. Grips all along both sides. The protection around the screen is superb. Really comes up nice and high all the way around. Same thing with the camera lenses, comes up nice and high. It leaves a space for MagSafe accessories at the bottom. They really did that strategically. The power button's very easy to press. Volume buttons are okay, not as easy to press as the power button, but for a case with this level of protection, it's not uncommon. Very deep cutouts for the USB-C and the S Pen. This one also has a kickstand on the back. Very nice in portrait and great in landscape too. And this one also comes with a belt clip. Who the hell wears belt clips? Construction workers, I'm looking at you. All right. Hello? Okay, MagSafe test. All right, pretty good. Drop test. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, come on, this thing's a tank. So yeah, if you want one of the most protective cases you can get, definitely check this one out. Amazing protection, 20 feet drop protection, MagSafe, kickstand, choice of built-in screen protector or not, huge ridiculously sized belt clip, and extra grippy. Pretty good cases from Supcase. So that's it, let's wrap it up. There are so many great cases here. I think this is the best lineup of cases I've ever had in a video, and no real glaring negatives. Now, I always love thin and minimalistic, so out of these cases, I'll probably go with the Benks, because I love the one on my Z Fold 7. But there's so many great cases with really cool features, like some great options with lens covers, or magnetic ring stands, or some big heavyweight tanks that'll protect your phone no matter what. And they're oh so grippy. Okay, so here are the details of the giveaway. Once my channel hits 4,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give away 3 cases. If you're a subscriber and you made a comment, a nice comment, don't be a then you'll be in a drawing to win one of these cases for free. I'll be having these drawings right here on my channel, where I'll be giving cases at random to somebody who commented. I'll have more giveaways once my channel hits 4,500 subscribers, and even another one when I hit 5,000. And if I still have cases left over, maybe I'll even do more. Who knows? So hopefully I helped make your decision a little easier. There will be a part 2 once more cases roll out. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. And thanks so much for watching.